listening to the Fox and Raven podcast.
Welcome to the Fox and Raven podcast. I'm KOS, the King of Sorrow, aka Fox. And to the right of me, on the side of me, is J Tune, aka Raven. What's up, Tune? No, it's this side.
Yeah, that's
What's
side.
up, Tune?
What's up,
What's
man?
going on, Tune?
This dude is like looking at the camera like,
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got the right one. Yeah, so y'all know what it is. It's Fox and Raven podcast. What's going on, Tune? How you doing? Tune?
man, I'm cool, man. Just,
Right. I like the way your hair is positioned today, Playboy.
I guess a mess right now too. I mean, it's always a mess. I got an appointment, but it's not like for a month.
Right. Let me get that part out there, right there.
Right there.
There you go. Yeah, I got you.
Had to
But
fix
anyway, you know what I want to start off with? It's that season, holiday season, getting close to the time, all that. But Halloween is this episode. We're gonna talk about Halloween movies. We talked about it in past podcasts when we were just verbal, but now that we are visual, we might as well give y'all a little update. It's all it is an update on the holiday podcast. If you heard it before, I got some new shit for you. Don't trip. Do not trip. We got some new shit for you. Don't trip. We always coming up with shit. All our podcasts are freestyle. You know what I'm saying? We line it up. We brief. We give you we have our little brief orientation before we start the podcast. Then we just flow off of that. So you gonna like it any way it goes. Anyway, first off, Tune showed me something. I told him he's gonna like this, and I'm gonna state it off the first. I'm gonna state it off the first beginning of the shit. Off the on home base right now. Go Warriors. Home base. This me being in the car, right, is a backdrop only because it gives me good signal for where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I were in my house, it would be a better backdrop, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, no, I'm excited. So, look. So, for the niggas that's using the backdrop in their car, no, my nigga, no. Soon show me who y'all is. No. We, look. I am very appreciative of, the whole, we got a black guy in the car and a white guy on the mic, and y'all thinking that those little intricacies are our style. No. Our style is not like that. No, fresh off the dome. Something you ain't never heard before. We just talking just to be talking. All this shit I'm freestyling right now, and I can keep going. Tune is the best at it. You ain't even heard there's fucking thousands of fucking records that we were doing since we were kids. We are YouTube. If you don't understand that, Tune has fucking all our, what you call those DV tapes that we used to record on when we were kids.
Yeah.
Fucking since high school and all the rest of that shit before there was YouTube and Google and MySpace and all that shit. That's what we were.
Yeah, we actually started doing the kinds of skit videos that made all the YouTubers big and stuff like that. We actually started doing that in 2002, 2001, 2002. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people would say the same thing that we're saying now, of course, but we actually have the proof.
Yeah.
And not only do we have the proof, we just didn't have the platform. We had the proof without the platform before our time. We were before the times, if you want to say the times of now time. We talked about it before. I'm not going to go in too much detail with it, but if you really want to get into, I like tone. I am. It makes me laugh. It really do. It tickles me on the inside. I may not be keying right now, but on the inside, I'm tickled
On the
by seeing.
inside.
On the inside, I am really tickled by seeing that there is a guy sitting behind a computer with a mic, and there's another guy sitting in the car, like it's the permanent backdrop. But you know what they say. What do they say about copycat, or they say it's the best form of
Form of
flattery.
flattery, yeah.
Yeah. And it's no disrespect to y'all because y'all might turn around and make an episode about us, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But ain't no other kings in this rap things. Y'all siblings, nothing but our children. One shot, y'all disappear. Hey, check this out. I would love to do a podcast with the people that we talking about. Don't know y'all name and would love to do an episode with y'all. We can have all 4, 5, 6, whoever want to be on
I
there.
wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. Cause I'm not gonna
No,
drop
I
no
would
names.
love it. Tune. We got to. If we had the opportunity, my brother. If we had the opportunity, you would love to do it. We had to do it. They can't get like this.
Not
You
even
see
close.
how serious I am. They can't get with this.
Not even close. Not even close.
They can't get with this.
Because I've watched the episode.
Cerebral assassin, the icon, the main event, the headliner, the showstopper. They can't get with this.
Yeah, and
they
I've watched
couldn't get with you. They couldn't get with you, Tune. I know I'm too excited. I'm sorry for yelling in your ear. I know you're the one that can hear it. I'm sorry, but they can't get with you, Tune. Can they get with you on any level?
No level.
Any topic.
None. Which is why when I asked him, when I told dude at one point,
I could freestyle any topic. What I mean by freestyle any topic, for anybody that's listening and wondering and watching, when I say freestyle any topic, I can name literally anything. And we can talk about it in great detail. You know why?
Oh, yeah.
Because the fucking cerebral assassin, this guy, can fucking fuck y'all up in 28 and 25 seconds. And I can fuck you up with all my extras and fucking being extra. I can't even describe extra,
all the
but just
shit.
being extra. I can't even describe extra. I had to say extra twice. Yeah. You know why? We just that damn good. What did I do? I just recovered from something that you can't recover from. I didn't even stop. I recovered from saying extra on top of extra. You know why? I paused and recovered. You can't fuck with us. But I'm not hating on you. I like your style. I hope I see more of your shit. And I hope you do take more from me and Tune. I'm a little excited is because I'm looking at life like we put so much out there and so much have getting taken from us. Even YouTube as it is. And people might hear this and be like, what the fuck is you on about? No, you don't understand. We have the videos. We have the proof. I have the fucking teacher that would tell you. I have the class, the teacher, the year, the videos, the proof that would teach you.
Timestamps, all that. And then it's funny.
Just late.
I know. And it's not the first time. Speaking of that teacher and those videos and those dates, we did a whole bunch of videos. Some got entered in some film festival contests and won. And then guess what happened is said teacher stole all our shit.
Made some money off that shit.
I know. Stole it. But no, the thing that fucks me up is I know that they watch our clips and stuff because I always see them viewing the stories. I always see them liking the posts, and then they started doing shit in our format. Well, no, before they even started doing the shit in our format, they were talking about a topic that we were talking about, which is fine. I mean, hot topics are hot topics. They're going to talk about it. So I asked them, I was like, man, you got to let me hop on your podcast, talk about that shit. Because it's an ongoing thing.
Oh,
they talk about it. Yeah.
Already.
And they read the message, never replied to me, just ghosted my ass. And then all of a sudden, we switch up the format. we start doing shit this way, and then all of a sudden they come out with a podcast that looks like, you know, the same format as our shit. I'm like, okay, they scared, you know what I mean? You don't want to get shown up on your own shit.
I'm,
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it.
No, as you can see, what I said at first, and I stopped you at first, but then you already did the shit that I was already thinking about.
Yeah.
And they got the audacity
to ignore me and shit. You want to steal my shit and then ignore me?
Got the damn audacity. Got the audacity.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I
it's
hope.
All good.
No, yeah. You know what I'm saying. I hope they do well, and I hope that they keep watching. Keep on watching.
Yeah, keep watching.
Please keep
bitch.
watching. But
take notes.
Keep watching. Yes, take notes. Keep watching because, and I want to see. Later, I'm gonna talk to you about linking.
All right,
me
I'll write
and
down the notes for you. I'll write them in English and Chinese. Whatever the fuck you need it written in. I got you. I got you. however you need it.
Ancient Sumerian and shit.
Yeah. I'll do it in hieroglyphics.
Yeah. No,
Braille.
hey,
what you need?
So do you have I'll ask you this later, but do you have like a link to the broadcast or something?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm not gonna share it on here, but yeah.
No. Of course not. We ain't gonna share y'all shit on here. But no, I'm talking about later. So I can see.
Yeah, I send it to you.
Yeah, I want to see it for myself. You know why? So I can fuck you up.
Gonna get just shit all over and
I'm not gonna just. I ain't no trigger fingers turning Twitter fingers type shit over here. No. I want to see how much of our style did you take.
I know, yeah, because I haven't listened to it that much in depth. Especially once they ghosted me and didn't want to respond. Then I was like, all right, well, fuck your podcast. I was trying to support y'all shit.
I want to see how much did it go, but I ain't got. We really don't want to watch it for like an hour and shit. But if it is our shit, I only want to watch one episode, and I want to see
the structure and how they open it up.
How much is the structure? Because when I seen the picture of the nigga in the car, that's what really fucked me up. The nigga that's in the studio looking like
I'm looking right now, right? You got
your setup.
Yeah.
Looking like your setup.
And then the other dude in the car.
The nigga in the car. Bruh. Like, I understand. I get if the car is the only place that you go, but the car is not my it's not my it's a
thing. Necessity. It's like you do it because you have to. Otherwise, because we tried to do this podcast yesterday and you were in the house and you couldn't even get the page to load. So it's not like you're doing it because I'm doing this as a niche, like I want the car background because that's my thing. Yeah,
so it's like but if it's your thing and you like it, keep it. But I would tell you like this. And we Tuna and myself are pretty honest. The car shit is because I have a cheap ass phone. Yeah. It's not about being in the car. I don't know if you find that to be cool or not. But if you do, that's cool.
You know what's funny is I was playing my my vlog, or I was showing my girl my vlog, and then she's like, "Are you just recording while you're driving?" Girl? This guy, she's like, "Oh, you was driving in the car, like just recording yourself, like using your hand?" I was like, "Yeah." And then in the podcast, you're always in the car. Then the little phony thing, you were in the car. Then when I did the podcast with J Hove, he was in the car. She's like, "One of you motherfuckers is always in the car in every video."
Yeah, we always on the move.
I know.
Yeah, you're always on the move. Yeah. So anyway, we dibble dabble into that too much. But I'm definitely about to check that out. And besides that, we're getting on to Halloween. Halloween was the thing that we were supposed to get on, so that's what I'm about to talk about right now. Is Halloween. So,
do you still want to talk about that other thing that they did their podcast about?
What did they talk? What did they talk? I didn't see it. What did they talk about?
Oh no, because when I sent you the little screenshot, it said like the little about all that Ice Cube shit and stuff.
Oh yeah. Let's get on that. Whatever you want to get on, let's go.
All right, I mean we could talk about that later if you just want to do Halloween, but we could do that Monday.
Yeah. No.
So just, I guess, basically real fast, everybody, everybody's saying Ice Cube endorsed. It's funny because there's three different types of people, right? Because so supposedly Ice Cube endorsed Donald Trump. He said he didn't endorse Donald Trump. So you have the three categories of people. You got the one category of people that's like, oh, Ice Cube is trying to do the right thing for Black America. The second group of people are Ice Cube sold out and he's supporting Donald Trump. Then you have the third group of people that Ice Cube has good intentions, but Donald Trump and the Republicans are using his ass for promotion right before the election comes up. So for people that don't know, he's been working on this thing called Contract with Black America for like the last at least few months. I've been seeing him post about it all the time. And then I guess he met with the Democrats, met with the Republicans, and then the Republicans that came up with some shit alongside of him called the Platinum Plan. I haven't looked too much into what it is exactly. But the thing is that everybody thinks he's, he's rich, he's a millionaire. He's more interested in his assets and his money than he is. He doesn't give a fuck about, none of that shit. Like, he wants a Republican in office because that'll help him save, help him on taxes and shit like that. Normally for celebrities, I would agree with that. But seeing as Ice Cube has been, Mr. Fuck the Police since the 1980s, it's kind of a stretch.
Yeah, I would say that if he offered both, or well, I look at it as if he offered both plans and then one side jumped on it as soon as possible, it makes the other side look like, some bullshit. So like this, he offered both plans to Republicans and Democrats didn't do shit with it, but the Republicans jumped on it quick, fast. Yeah, it will make it look like if he was down with the Republican.
And I mean, the Republicans could just be saying, oh, we're going to be doing this just to help Donald Trump get elected and then not do shit, because that's something that politicians do, Republican or Democrat.
That's fucking smart strategy for the Republicans right there, because if the Democrats didn't jump on it, and of course they're going to take any kind of celebrity endorsement, especially Black American.
Yeah, right now, especially, yeah.
And then fucking the Democrats was like, oh yeah, we hear your plan, but fuck you, we ain't trying to listen to it. So the Republicans jumped on it like, you know what, fuck it, we gonna take this plan. You know what I mean? They gonna agree with it, even if they don't believe in it. They're gonna agree with it just to get the Black vote. Right.
And then you have the people arguing like, oh well, if he was gonna do something like that, he should have waited until after the election. He should have waited until after the election so that he could work with whoever becomes president instead of doing it to help Donald Trump get back in office. And it's like, yeah, on one hand, that's true. The election is only like a month away or something like that. But then at the same time, it's like, damn, like how long are people going to wait? Like, you want action. Everybody's talking about, action, do it now. We need shit to change. Well, he's, trying to make the change right now. You know what I mean? He's like, not, oh, I'm gonna wait another month before I start talking to people. Fuck that. So it's, it's iffy. It's up in the air. Did you see the shit that Donald Trump's son posted though, Eric Trump?
No. What's going on?
So you seen that thing that 50 Cent posted, right?
No.
Where he was like, he wants Donald Trump to win. He's like, I don't give a fuck if he don't like Black people. 70 or 67% of y'all are out of your mind anyway, or something like that. And so then Eric Trump posted this picture with I think it was Ice Cube and 50 Cent sitting together. And so Ice Cube had his in the original picture, he had his the Big Five, whatever, the tournament, the basketball shit, his hat. And then they photoshopped it so that him and 50 Cent were sitting next to each other wearing Trump 2020 hats. And then Eric Trump posted it like it was real, and he was like, oh, these are two great Americans. And like posted it like, and then you have all these white Republicans. Oh, you guys are model example Black people and all that shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Because they were wearing Trump 2020 hats, even though the picture was fake, because it was photoshopped, because it was a picture from a long time ago.
Yeah. See, I didn't see it, but I get it.
But it's like the president's fucking son is gonna post the fucking picture. You know what I mean? It's like knowing that shit is fake, or maybe he didn't know it was fake, but he had to know it was fucking fake, trying to reel people into thinking Ice Cube and 50 Cent are both super pro Trump, even though 50 Cent might be now.
Yeah. You see, I get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. It's a funny kind of complex shit. You'll sit there and you'll sit there and say, "Oh, entertainers, any kind of entertainer and any kind of entertainment shouldn't be into politics." But then if they don't, you'll sit there and be like, "Well, why so and so didn't say anything? Why, whoever didn't say anything about it?" So it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, no matter who they
Well,
pick,
yeah.
like we said before. Now, I'm not saying that um, I'm not we're not Ice Cube and we ain't there to see who he has picked to be president or whatever he said or if it Ice Cube or whoever the fuck it may be. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't sit there and say, "Well, I ain't heard so and so,
Yeah. But you know,
Tom Hanks say anything about the politics and blah 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 and all that kind of shit." And then on the other side, people would say Tom Hanks should just stick to acting. He shouldn't stick
yeah.
to political point of view. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too.
And let me say this
Like,
about those people. The funny thing about those people is it's the same people that's like, oh yeah, that's why I get my my political advice from celebrities. It's like, motherfucker, you're preaching your political advice and you're a fucking nobody on Facebook. So it's like,
right.
if you could speak your fucking mind, what's the difference of a politician speaking theirs? Oh, that's like, I'm not going to take my political advice from an actor. Oh, but you'll take your political advice from a dumbass, or you expect other people to when your dumbass gives them political advice.
Shit, the politician or actor too, are actors too.
We have a fucking reality TV show host as our president right now. What do you mean you don't take
they
political advice
fucking
from actors? You put an actor in the White House, stupid.
they you think they writing everything that they say? They reading a teleprompter about
Exactly.
fucking a good team. That's why they always say.
The
That's why we say
administration. Thank you to the administration.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's why they always say their administration. They're not sitting there writing that shit out. Not everybody is super intelligent like that and coming up with the most formative words to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just say this, and address it like this." No, their administration would come up with some of the shit that they supposed to say, and all they have to do is read it. Of course, they go over it and they will
Yeah.
sit there and read it and it, they will sit there just like my words right now, all rambled and bumbling and shit like that. But you know who I would trust to read my words to?
It's like,
I would trust too.
I'm gonna
I
just
would
hold this
trust
right
too.
here, and then you can read that and shit without the Chinese though.
Yeah, I would trust soon to reiterate, to demonstrate, to relate, relate whatever I have to say.
Oh yeah, little. Maybe I shouldn't say that on air. Well, it was high school. I used to write a lot of his text messages to bitches.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
like, is
not like,
this
not
is
like
this
this.
the right way to form what I'm really trying to say? He'd be
Right,
like,
right.
nah, take this part out.
And don't get me wrong, it's not like he needs the help. He's not one of the people. But I had a homie though. We have a homie. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to like put his shit out there. But his problem was he couldn't close because he ended up in person. But man, when I would text females for him, man, they would like, oh, like they would just be throwing their panties at him.
Yeah, he couldn't close the deal. I couldn't close the deal for a long time. And then as an adult,
Oh,
is
I closed the deal like a real estate agent when I was at a young age. I skipped escrow, doc. We just went straight into the deal.
as an adult, you have some times where you can't close the deal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't close the deal,
But
but you don't.
that makes it fun though, because you can't get every win. Otherwise, it's like there's no satisfaction when you finally get it. So yeah, so the whole Ice Cube shit, man, I'm just saying there's a lot of if, ands, buts. Well, none of us really know what the fuck is going on, and I think that's one of the issues is everybody wants to make assumptions and fucking they want to be right, and whatever side that they're on, they just want to have something to fucking gossip about and complain about, because that seems to be the rhetoric in this fucking community right now in this society.
Yeah, and it's all about personal opinion, what you think is right for set people, pretty much. This
Yeah.
said people. I think that you got, and you might take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. You got uh some white dude sitting over there right now. Like, I think that this is right for black people. Your
Yeah.
personal opinion. Or on the opposite side, vice versa, I'm gonna say the same shit. You got some black dude sitting over there like, I think this is right for white people. How the fuck do you know it's right for said people? And it came down to exactly what me and Toon said at the beginning. It came down to a race war more than anything else.
Yep.
Because my opinion, just like everybody else get to express theirs, so I'm gonna say mine, is about my opinion. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, what does it really matter about race in general?
Yeah. It doesn't. It
They made
absolutely
it.
doesn't.
Yeah, I got acid reflex because I'm old now. So my point is like this. Uh, what does it fucking matter? Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, you, everyone makes it about race. I said this in many podcasts ago. Is that they continue to separate the shit by race. Like I
Yeah.
said about that TV, even with a TV show, Blackish, you make sure that you have a TV show that's separated by race. Yeah, you know, there is no sit there and say, oh, you can sit there and say we're not deep in the entertainment business, so we don't know, like they say about NBC and blah blah blah, because we're not deep in the entertainment business. So then they came out with BET or TV1, shit like that, black entertainment, blah blah blah. Because, but then, like I said before, black people are the only one that will separate shit by race. Nobody would know if you didn't separate the shit by the race. Why don't you just do like my homie Sun Tzu would do? Is go in there and dominate that shit from the inside and just take over and spread out from the inside like your nut. When you inside a bitch, you just no.
Squirts in and then
No, but you get what I'm saying too. I'm saying, you know what I mean. I may be wrong on the way that I think,
looking
but
like.
you understand. But
But no,
you
it's
understand.
yeah.
It's just my opinion. You know what I mean. It's not even the black TV show. There's, I understand what the concept is. I'm just saying, like,
But I mean, do you
if you
not?
wanna,
The,
if you wanna kill division, why do you keep dividing? If you want to stop division.
I mean, that's it's like an ant farm though. It's like that's kind of what society has built for. Like for black neighborhoods. You know what I mean? That black neighborhoods are black neighborhoods, not because that's where all the black people want to live, but because that's where all the black people have to live. Like, like my grandma growing up, all the people, she grew up in Arkansas. There was a little town in Arkansas. Literally, it was called Browntown. And that's where all the black people had to live. Called Browntown. Like, what kind of racist shit is that? And this and it's like, and even if you look at Carson, look at Compton, is being gentrified so that black people are being pushed more and more away, like the ones who, they're making a living, making ends meet where they're at. And now they're coming in and changing your fucking city and making it, too expensive for you to afford it. They're trying to turn Carson into fucking Palos Verdes, and it's not that, and it's never going to be that. They're putting old folks fucking senior homes everywhere, and it's gonna push more people more south. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly, you get what I'm saying. It's not about, like, I understand.
It's
Like,
about that these structures are put in place, and it's time to fight the structures. It's like you have to, even if somebody is causing you to fight amongst yourself, you need to find that reason to come together to fight. Who the real enemy is right now.
yeah, because I like this. I understand, like, I understand that you're trying to making statements and changing and all that kind of stuff. But I look at it like, what does that really do, though? You know what I mean? Like, even like we said previously, you know, um, burning statues, and oh, they're not gonna put up the flag when they like, but does it really do something? Yeah,
It,
I mean, like, and
it really doesn't, and it's one of
does
those
the
things.
TV show name really do something? Like, does the all cast really do something? Like, if it really doesn't solidify something, does it really do something? Because after a while, it's like, all right, does it really do something though? It's like, okay, you proud about we got an all black director and an all black cast, and
I mean,
well, I'm even contradicting myself, and I'll take it back because Black Panther was like one of the dopest movies you ever seen. All black cast, black producers,
and not
director,
only
blah
that,
blah
not
blah.
only
I
that,
get it. I
not only,
get the standard. I get what you're saying, but then after that, it's like, all right, and I understand making lead way for other people to make lead way because it has to be a first motherfucker to do it for other motherfuckers to do it. I understand that, but then you're sitting there asking for change, but you're only doing exactly what they. You're only doing what I feel like you're only doing what exactly what they expect you to do.
yeah, I have a couple agreements and a couple of disagreements.
I want
On
all black, and you're doing all black.
Well,
It's like,
that's not so much what it is to me. Like it's like, yeah, okay, when you're making movies with an all black cast, and yeah, you're kind of doing what what white people did when you have an all white cast, fucking or all like you always they say the token black guy. That's a thing because it exists. So what they're doing is they're trying to give black actors jobs by making all black movies because white people are still the dominant ones in the movie industry. However, instead of just going against that, you beat them at their own game and you set an example for them. And then when it
that's
comes
what
to
I'm saying. That's the
yeah,
proper way that I'm
and then
saying
and then
shit.
when it comes to the shit like the statues, knocking down the statues, I agree, it's not going to do shit. One of the things that it will do is it's just going to give the enemy, the white, the white racists, the whatever, it's going to give them ammunition against you to talk shit because leaving up the statues isn't going to change anything either. However, it's like on one hand you're just giving them a reason to complain and say, oh well, they're terrorists, they're tearing down statues of our history, they're doing this, erasing history isn't going to fix anything. But then on the other hand, what could people do right now? Let's say people who are about Black Lives Matter and not all the organizational shit, Antifa shit that everybody's mad about. What could people do right now that those racist white people wouldn't complain about? It doesn't matter if it's a peaceful protest or a riot. They complain about it exactly the same. 100%.
Yeah,
So it's like, well, what are you supposed to do? The way I see it is like, like the Tupac shit. I'm only gonna ask so much before I knock down the door. So it's like, well, you could peaceful protest and you could peaceful protest. How long have black people been protesting for equal rights? And even politicians are admitting that they don't have equal rights. How long and what is it gonna take? Like I said
yeah,
before,
and yeah, you can't sit there and measure someone's anger, on the way that they express that anger. I get that too about tearing down statues, burning up shit, but you only tearing down and burning your own shit. You're not tearing down and burning up they shit.
I mean, when it's a statue of Christopher Columbus, yeah, burn that motherfucker, tear that shit down. Fuck a Christopher Columbus.
And then but then you look at it like this: most of the shit that was burned and tore down was mom and pop stores.
Hey, that I
The shit
that I don't
that's
agree with.
the shit that was in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
It wasn't banks. It wasn't like the IRS building. It wasn't like the federal building. It
that I
wasn't
agree with.
like,
It
you know
should
what
have
I'm saying.
been,
It wasn't the
yeah,
real white
it,
man shit.
right. It
Like
should have
like
been
like,
it
like
should have been city halls and fucking police stations.
yeah, I'm on like this. Let's be fucking honest. That's why I think that it was a setup type shit
It was
because
absolutely.
it's mom and pop stores that were down the street. You motherfuckers wasn't burning fucking federal buildings and court buildings and shit that really has to do with the white man pocket that you were so solely expressing your anger about, like, black justice and shit. You wasn't really fucking burning down shit that really would have really pissed some motherfuckers off. No.
Which is why I think that it was a setup, because they did do that at first. They went to go burn down a police department. They set a police department on fire in Minnesota, and then all of a sudden shit gets moved. Those piles of bricks start appearing out of fucking nowhere. They start handing bricks to, white people start handing bricks to rioters.
Fucking Kmart's and Foot Lockers and shit. That's young shit. No, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah,
Kmart, Walmart, Foot Locker.
If you're gonna burn down a Target or a Foot Locker,
shit out of Foot Locker. What the fuck movement is that? So you can have some nice shoes, 100 pairs of the Jordans that you always wanted. You looked for an opportunity. So I agree with you, Trump, on that shit. When they start looting, get the shooting. I bet you a couple bodies would have hit the fucking floor. Motherfuckers wouldn't been stealing shit.
Right.
Hey, you motherfuckers could judge me on that shit if you want to, but that shit is kind of true, because that was bullshit. You stealing the shoes. I'm not saying that there is a proper way to express hurt and pain or anger, but then don't sit there and justify your shit by saying, I stole this shit, and then Breonna Taylor or fucking what's the name? No, don't justify your shit by bringing up their name to add on to what the fuck you're doing. Yeah. No, that's not no proper justification.
No,
don't sit there and steal no fucking shit from Foot Locker and then say Breonna Taylor and we want the cops. That ain't shit to do with Breonna Taylor.
It has nothing to do with her.
You're not justifying that poor sweet girl that got killed like that for stealing fucking shoes from Foot Locker and Kmart and from the mom and pop store.
Let me say this. Don't get me wrong. If you don't give a fuck about Breonna Taylor, if you don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter, and you went and robbed that Target, fucking good for you. Get the free shit. The mom and pop shops, that shit, I'm totally against fucking up mom and pop shops. But if you see the opportunity and you want to steal,
and a elote man walking down the street, the fucking street vendors. Where did that shit come from?
Yeah, that's not right either. And like I said, I disagree with that. But if somebody wants to steal some shit for a Target or a Foot Locker, fuck it, steal it. Who gives a fuck? How
they're charging too much?
Yeah, exactly. Especially during COVID, hiking up all their prices, $150 for a 20-pound dumbbell. Steal from Target. Fuck Target. Fuck Foot Locker too. Expensive ass Jordans for no reason, but I got some. It's like, I'm just saying.
I mean, take these though.
It's gonna end up in your ass. You try to get these Jordans off my feet. But I'm just saying, it's like I said, man, because I've always been the realist. You know what I mean? Like I see shit how it is, and I don't feel bad for whoever the fuck, whatever partner business, millions of people got stock in Target. I don't feel bad for you because a couple of your stores got looted. You're fucking millionaires while all of us are out here fucking struggling and people are getting murdered by law enforcement and all this shit. I don't give a fuck about your Target. When it's your neighbor who fucking lived there for 20 years, opened this store, been in that store for 20 years, his dad had it for 40 years before that, and you destroy that shit, that's where I have a problem.
Yeah, I got a problem with I got a problem with the fake justification shit. Don't justify your actions and try to staple some shit, postmark some shit onto your actions and use that as justification for your actions. I understand the end justify the means. I got that shit tattooed and covered up, but I got it tattooed still. The end justify, the end justify the means, but those means to that end is something else, motherfucker. Don't sit there and steal from Foot Locker and be like, this is because those 4 cops didn't get arrested.
Yeah,
like that's what kind of shit is that? Are you beating up the street vendors and shit? Who young fucking dumb shit is that? Beating up street vendors, dude ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Walking down the street selling you corn and fucking ice cream slushies and shit, and you beating his ass. Old ass Mexican dude with the fucking cowboy hat, and he's just walking down the street minding his business, dude. No, I'm so serious. What kind of shit is that? That shit right there. It's like, what is that?
And that's what this is the shit that kind of pisses me off too, is when you look at the people who have these discussions that mean like the discussion that me and you are having right now, it's black and white to everybody. It's either it's right or it's wrong on both sides. It's either, oh no, that was fine, or oh, it's like either all of it's okay or all of it's wrong. Nobody can sit there and debate the issue. Like, oh no, all looting is bad, all rioting is bad, any burning down buildings is bad. If they actually did, you see the people, oh, you gonna burn down local businesses, you should burn down police stations. With I agree with 100%. But I bet you if those same people were burning police stations, they would just come up with another thing. Oh, you're gonna burn the police station, the police aren't gonna come help you. Who you gonna call when you're in trouble, when somebody's trying to rob you? You think I'm gonna call the cops when somebody? I've been robbed before. You've been robbed before. Did we call the police?
No.
I ain't calling the damn police. Like, when the fuck, what are they gonna do? They don't give a fuck. They're not gonna help you. They're not gonna show up in time to save you from getting shot from somebody if they break into your house.
You just pop back at the head.
Exactly.
No, but you get what I'm saying. That shit is ridiculous and shit. But you know what I mean. That's some shit. That's some other shit. But I just and like I said, and like you said this shit in the beginning. It's about not so much. I don't know if you want to call it the generation.
This motherfucker cut off. Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. You like cut off and come back on.
You know, the FBI nigga is listening and shit. He cut this shit off.
I
but
know.
It's so much about the people now, man. Like whatever matters to that person at the time. If it's so much selfishness and sensitivity and shit. Selfishness and sensitivity. It was about what I believe and what I want, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. And oh, you agree with me? Oh, okay. So we stand together on this shit. This is what we should do. That's some fucking that's whack.
Yeah,
it's whack as fuck. It's whack.
Because it's like I said, you can't agree. Like it's like with the people, you know, who like Donald Trump. It's okay to admit that the motherfucker does something wrong, even if you like him. You know what I mean? You can admit it. Yeah. And that's what takes away. That's what takes away everybody's. What's it called? Like any. Damn, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Any influence that you would have on me as a Donald Trump supporter is out the window because I can't trust your word because you fall on every single thing he says like it's scripture.
And the cool part about it, like I just said, like, man, fucking, we've been talking 45 minutes, and the cool part about it, I just said that fucking about 20 minutes ago. I agree with the looting and shooting and shit. I agree with some of the shit that he say, but don't mean I like all the shit that he do.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that he say makes sense. It make fucking sense. You know what it's about Trump with me? What I do like is he don't give no fuck. I do like that he don't give a damn.
I like it to an extent.
I like this part that he says shit just because. Like, who has the balls to say? That's what I mean by liking. I'm not saying that I like him anyway.
President. Yeah.
But I'm saying it's like this. That's how you know it's some bullshit because who has the balls to say some of that bullshit to the people that you're supposed to be leading and fucking. And like, who says that shit? Like, you have the balls to agree with that shit. They sit in the room and contemplate on that shit. You want me to say that shit tonight? Yeah, say this right here. So when I go on at 5:30 tonight on air live, I'm gonna say this shit. Yeah, say everything right here. I'm gonna say it just like that. Yeah, you gonna say that. Just like that, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna say that shit tonight. Fuck, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna say that shit. Like, fuck, hey, fuck them motherfuckers, dog. Like, they still gonna like it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They can fuck.
I know.
Put them titties out. Let's do it. Hey, girl. Yeah. Hey, dog. Like, no, Tune. Literally, I know. I'm going on. I know I'm going on too long, but no. But feel me on that. Like,
no, yeah.
They go over this shit and they literally and people are so mesmerized with the shit that they go with the shit.
Yeah.
So it makes me like it in the sense that, okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want to the people that you govern and sit there and be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, are you high, motherfucker? Like, do you hear some of the shit? Like, ain't no fucking body supposed to be. I understand trying to relate to your people that you
Yeah.
govern. So the best way to relate to them is the way that they relate to each other. Understand what I'm saying, you motherfuckers? That was too fast. Understand this. I understand that was so fast. Look, people didn't catch it. You already caught it, too. I understand when you're trying to relate to the people that you govern. So the best way to relate to the people that you govern is through the way that they relate to themselves, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, social media at every cost. Yes, I would say I'm banning IG. You know why? Because they're going to get riled the fuck up. Yes, I would say I'm banning Facebook. You know why? They would get riled the fuck up. Yes, I would be on IG and Twitter and shit every day talking shit. You know why? Because they would get riled the fuck up. What does he do? He does all that shit. Why do you think people
But
love that nigga so much?
and
They love the fuck out of him because he does the shit that they do.
but
Of
I
course,
like it.
no matter what he says,
I
dog,
like it
like he
from the
says some
and no,
bullshit.
and that's the problem is I like it for the entertainment aspect, but I wouldn't expect that from somebody who's
All right, there
leading
we
me.
go. That was
Yeah,
what I was trying to say. I don't like him like him.
but
I like him because of the entertainment.
yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
you like the entertainment aspect, which yeah, I do too. I
Because
love
they're
like reading
stupid.
because
I
it's
like it
stupid.
because it's
But
stupid.
and it's not even Donald Trump that's the worst part of it. It's the people who even after he says all this dumb shit still follow him fucking balls to the wall and shit. Like he knows he could get away with saying anything and his supporters will still support him. I said that I posted this shit on Instagram the other day where I was like, I'm pretty sure Trumpers are going to be a political party soon. Like Republicans are jumping ship, but Trumpers are loyal. These motherfuckers are a gang.
They
They're like,
they call themselves Trumpers now.
well, that's yeah, I'm just that's what they call themselves and everyone calls them. They call them
Yeah.
Trumpers.
I was like,
I say
these
it's gonna be
niggas.
Democrats, Republicans, and Trumpers because he's
Yeah.
already talking about trying to get in for a third term, like when after he wins this next election. And then and then
I'm
let me talk about
I'm
this real
wait.
quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. Go ahead.
Just we talked about this already, I think, but the whole in Baldwin Hills or Baldwin Park or whatever the fuck where they had that voting mailbox for you to drop off your ballot. Somebody went there with a newspaper on fire, tossed it in there, and it was a predominantly like Democrat uh area, and they set the mailbox on fire that had all the voting ballots in it. So all the people who voted and put their ballot in that mailbox, their vote doesn't count because the shit got set on fire. Go ahead and ask me again. Everybody who got hit me up in the DMs. Oh, you don't vote. You're part of the problem with the country. Ask me again why I don't vote. Ask me one more time when my shit probably just gonna get set on fire, fucking or lost somewhere. Remember what George Bush did? You remember all that shit when the whole box of ballots from Florida went missing? You want to ask me why the fuck I don't vote? Because you can't trust your own motherfucking country to protect your voice. Fuck a
Yeah,
vote.
I was just about to say that Al Gore is still picking ballots out the fucking water in Florida.
I know.
He waving he waving them shits like this.
I
He
know.
trying to airdrop. He trying to airdrop them shits. The fucking ballots. Shit, ballots is still floating around in Florida's fucking ocean right now.
No, wait a minute, fuck that shit. What the fuck?
And the funny is the most fucking. This how you know it's some bullshit. The most funniest and fucked up part about it is that they said that he cheated, and he
No,
still
he still
and he
won.
still was president. Like they don't give a fuck. The electoral vote.
Especially now with it all being fucking electronic and shit. Whoever is like going over that shit, the programmer, he could type in whatever fucking number he wants as long as you get the
Oh,
amount right.
you
Fuck outta
fucking
here.
clowns. His daddy was fucking president. You think that he wasn't gonna be president too? What is the word? I just said this shit earlier. What is that fucking word?
I didn't think
Fucking
I didn't think there
what is it? Nepotism. I think that's the word. Is that wrong? Nepotism?
either way, I didn't think there was ever going to be a dumber president than George W.
Is nepotism wrong? Somebody correct me on that.
Or a worse
Whatever. But when you have somebody somebody who's related to you and you trying to get them a job and you're going to make sure that they get a good job or at least a good position within the job that you work for. Yes, nepotism. There we go. I said it wrong. Then that's proper nepotism. There we go. So you think if his daddy was gonna be president, you didn't think George Bush was gonna be president? Hell yeah, he's gonna be president, and he stayed president.
Little dumbass.
You think Trump is saying that bullshit for nothing? He's sitting over there like, I think it's gonna be a cheat. You don't think he gonna be president for 4 more years? You fucking smoking. That nigga is about to be president again.
And this was another point.
Smoking crack.
This was another point because, you know, it's suspected.
He didn't pay all that money for nothing. He was banging hoes and playing Russian bitches and shit. Yeah, and Russian niggas and shit. He about to be president for 4 more years.
Yeah, he has so much debt. He can't climb out that motherfucker. He got to stay in office 4 more years. But what I was gonna say, one more thing about
you think he going to jail, motherfucker? You really think he going to jail after this shit? Yeah, nigga about to be president again. 4 more years.
Regular celebrities don't even go to jail. Well, you make you think the president.
Regular celebrities don't go to jail.
But no, one more point about the ballot boxes before we move on. With the ballot boxes, it's funny because, you know, it was suspected that like Trump supporters like did it. And what's funny about it is it's like Donald Trump kept saying he didn't want to do mail-in ballots because he thought that they were going to be tampered with. His followers wanted him to be right so bad that they're the ones that went and tampered with it and made sure he was right about them being tampered with. It's like, what kind of bullshit?
USA? Yeah.
So it's like, they wanted so bad for him to be right that we're going to make him right because we're going to do the shit that he was worried about people doing. Just so he could say, I told you they were going to be tampered.
Yeah, talking about they investigating the Sergeant General of the mail, of all of mail, and FedEx is doing this, and every fucking post office is getting cut hours, and y'all motherfuckers is falling into anything that they report. You falling into the bullshit. If you're getting upset.
What's fucked up?
If you're getting upset, you foolish. Stop getting upset. The nigga about to be president again. I hope you believe the shit. And Kamala Harris, Joe Biden is doing whatever they doing. They doing what they supposed to do. Talk. But they know what the fuck. They probably got their pay cut too. Fuck it. That nigga about to be president again. Whatever. They gonna keep talking and acting like this shit is all the same and expressing they shit, making their best expression. They should win Oscars and Grammys and all that shit. But these niggas is paid off. Trump is president again. Happy 2020, 24. What's that? 22, 26, some shit. President about to be
24. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I want him to win this next upcoming election, and then I want him to make a 3rd term. By the time this next 8 years is up, I want all his supporters to see what kind of state the world's going to be in. And I bet you 8 years from now, if he did 2 full terms, they would all be regretting it. And I'm petty enough to fucking lose my life and my way of living and my comfort just so I can watch them regret their decision and suffer. Just watch the fucking world burn. Look at what you did to it. He's on air telling Iran, yeah, come fuck with us. Like they had to bleep him out. Well, we're having some technical difficulties, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode. Make sure you go to foxandravenent.com. It's been long enough anyways, go to Fox and Raven ENT on Instagram. That's where we post most of our stuff. I've been doing my Twitch streaming at twitch.tv/Jaytoon, Jaytoon. Oh shit, he's back. I was just
all right.
I thought you got cut off. But we could do our Halloween episode on on Monday. That way we could talk all about Halloween. We kind of got into the political debate again. Next episode will be fun. We'll talk about more upbeat shit. We really got to get off the politics, but there's just so much of it going down that there's just so much to talk about. So and hopefully Toon can split this into a 2-part episode, so you don't have to listen to an hour of us rambling about politics. It'll be less than an hour because we had a couple big cuts in between. It's probably be like 45 minutes. Yeah. So whether or not listen to the shit all the way through. Anyway, we see y'all niggas. And we coming for y'all. It's just randomly out of nowhere. We coming for y'all after all that shit. Anyway, like Cerebral Assassin, Heartbreak Kid, KOS. You ain't got it like that. Anyway, stay sly as a fox and fly as a raven.